So what's the other guy that you wanted to make?
So it's Minn Willy Illusionist.
Right, right, right.
So the deck's gonna be called "It's All Real to Me."
It's
So uh, so yeah, she's Minn. All right,
okay.
so I want to add the combo in first. So it's Meloku, the Clouded
Oh,
Mirror. Before we get too far, don't worry, we'll get there. And here's actually there's a few ideas I had in my head. I actually want to run by, see what you like. That so it's her and uh, Ashnod's Altar, and that's the infinite combo. I'm pretty sure that you could argue that well, what is it? The other I think you could I think it works the other artifact too, Phyrexian Altar. Let me think. So one you return it to your hand, sack it for 1 blue. The land comes back into play, and you get and so tap the land that you used to make a blue. Sack up the yeah. So Phyrexian Arena also works with this combo too. It's the more a little expensive one, but lol.
worth it for the joke.
So that's the main combo that exists in the game. So there's actually a few other potential ways I wanted to play this. Well, she does make illusions and they get bigger. There are some cool illusions, but I wanted to build. I basically wanted to make this the new Nezahal deck, where basically it's a draw cards matter deck, and
Okay.
you're just getting the value out of it with her. Because I think if we go too hard in on just playing a bunch of tribal illusions, that we'll struggle to hit like some of the draw skill. I want to run Mordenkainen 100%. He's just really cool. Um, Also, so check this out. Because she is a wizard, Azami paired with her already lets you draw 2 cards at any time. Yeah,
Do
Nezahal.
you want
I also wanted to run
to like a zombie?
the other wizard I want to play is the ETB one that searches for a 3-drop artifact because Ashnod's Altar and Phyrexian Altar are so important. And the Merfolk person that we're run that in there is also a Murmuring Mystic because it does
What about
technically
just like fabricate or something?
yeah.
Okay.
Murmuring Mystic does make illusion creatures, and it still is gonna get. It's still basically like semi spell slinger. Now the question is, do we want to run like the phantasmal creatures, the cheap mana creatures that when they die they get targeted, they auto die?
That's up to you. I don't know how well those are gonna work. Like, I don't know how well you're gonna be able to abuse those.
The thing is, because it would be more so just so they do force get targeted, or I force sack them to get something else into play. But the thing is, I think I'm caring less about putting things into play as much as just generating value off of like draw effects. Because you know how many instant sorceries, like stuff like Chemister's Insight, let's draw 2 cards. That will trigger our commander, not on our turn. So like we're playing basically kind of like how Nezahal was. It was basically a draw card spellslinger deck, which I put way too much emphasis on the draw cards. Yeah, Behold the Multiverse is the Foretell one that's also instant speed. Scry 2, draw 2. Um, Mystic Confluence. Archmage's Charm draws 2 cards. So these are all cards that have other effects that are really good that we would just normally run that also could trigger our commander if we so choose to. Also, because this is an infinite mana deck, uh, the need Blue Sun Zenith, like the draw X spells, pull from tomorrow.
No, there's a new one.
There's that commander one too, yeah. Because another thing is, if when we make infinite mana, that's also how we, yeah, that's also how we win. Yeah, we can run that too. Um, Hieroglyphic Illumination. Oh, because it's also like draw cards matter. The all the double draw effects. So like, what are they called?
The it's Teferi's.
Yeah, the Teferi's thingamabobber.
And it's the uh oh my god, reflections.
Maybe let. Oh, here's another funny one I wanted to try out. It's Kumina's Awakening. It's the Ascend that you draw two at your upkeep instead. At your
Yeah.
and
One that is group hug unless you ascend.
yeah, so basically you'd only play it after you ascended.
What about like the dumb one?
Yeah, I have an extra one now.
Yep. Uh. Well, I mean,
Oh, Almart's Archive. That's what I was thinking of.
Vessel.
Now,
Oh yeah, Alhamritz. Yeah, Archive.
how do you feel about Maskwood Nexus in this deck?
Hold on, let me get this and then Restoration seems busted in this.
Skull Clamp is hella good.
Masswood Nexus is cool because they're all illusions.
So it makes them, and I can make my other creatures illusions. What about Skull Clamp? Because the illusions are plus X and 1, so they're always at least a toughness of 1. So I could clamp them. Brainstorm also seems decent in this because it triggers her. There's that one new card, Curiosity Crafter. He's the flying, whenever a creature token you control deals damage to a player, draw a card.
And then it no maximum hand size.
Yeah. I think Krovokian Mist is an illusion that's worth playing, and Phantasmal Image.
I like Phantasmal Image. What's the other one you said?
Oh, Krovokian Mist. It's Krovik. Ovi. Krovi. Yeah, there he is. He just gets real big. I was thinking about running Lore of the Unreal in this because he gives them +1/+1 hexproof, but my one reason why I think I don't want to is because I wanted to run Tetsuko. So they have to have a toughness 1 or less. So if I play him, that makes Tetsuko not good. And I kind of half am not going to care so much about my them dying so much because it does let me put stuff into play.
What about Toothy?
Oh yeah, I like Toothy because it still draws stuff. You know what's a really weird illusion? Draining Welk. It's the counterspell creature.
Oh yeah, I know. Yes, I
know that. I still think it's worth playing Archmage because we're still probably gonna play a bunch of instant sorceries.
Do you want to play it or not?
Nah.
Wait, would you say it's worth running what?
The Archmage Emeritus.
Arcane Denial. Counterspell. The command draws a card.
Oh, you're on Glasspool Mimic still. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's a card called Perplexing Test. Return.
Isn't Talrand just better than Murmuring Mystic, right?
Well, no, because Murmuring Mystic makes illusions.
Oh,
Because
right.
our
Okay.
illusions get +1/+0 for each other illusion we control.
All right, continue what you were saying.
It's called Perplexing Test. It's return all tokens to their owner's hand or return all
Yeah.
non-tokens to their owner's hand.
Yeah, I know this. Yeah.
So if we have a lot of tokens,
Mhm.
what are some other like good utility artifacts that we can run that maybe Sapphire Medallion?
It's a little pricey, but
Yeah. Special weather statement. Nope, just high heat warning. Uh, you control. Just looking if there's any good planeswalkers that we can run for this. I mean, we probably should just run Jace because if we have infinite mana to draw our whole deck, it's the way to win. Spark Double seems kind of cool. It is technically an illusion, even though he'll never be an illusion when he's in play. Oh, I think it's another good archetype of imagination deck too, because we could potentially win that way. What do you feel about stuff like Reconnaissance Mission? That's the like when they attack. The thing is, maybe I don't want them to die too much, but I want enough to hit. But if we get to draw the cards, they get replaced.
I mean, I like the Biden better, but
Oh yeah, because that has like an alternative use.
it can also help the creatures get through.
This is actually kind of cool. In Perilous Research, it's draw 2 cards and sacrifice a permanent. So we get sacrifice a token that came out, which will trigger our commander to put something in the play. Because we get to put some. So check this out. Because we get to like play around with putting stuff in for free. I thought about potentially running what's the Royal Elemental. Is this something we could cheat in that could be really annoying? We don't have to get him. Well, you have to get pretty big to get him into play. But then when we have like landfall shenanigans with like putting a land into play with if we lose an elemental or with the combo, we could just end up taking everything in play.
Okay.
Because that's just basically another hey, I have infinite combo here, but I don't have
Does it only put creatures into play?
a permanent card.
Okay. Now I don't normally like this card.
Which card?
You know, but Coat of Arms would be kind of funny.
Oh yeah, for. I mean, yeah, it probably wouldn't be worse.
Because I mean, they would get huge. Like you'd be able to drop Omniscience or like something silly. There's also Obelisk Avert.
Yeah, I have a ton of those.
And then I know that it seems kind of silly, but I think for this deck in particular, it's kind of good. Getting rid of the one because they're all going to be you're double coat of armsing. Like the thing that I don't like about that card is that it gives other players value, but like you're getting double the value for your illusions.
Hmm.
And then God forbid you have a Maskwood Nexus out. How do you even math that?
They're big.
They're every creature type. How do you even math that? Insanity. Do you want to play Shark Typhoon or anything else?
You think Shark Typhoon's worth it? I mean, I see a lot of.
I mean, at worst, you could just cycle it and draw a card.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it is just a draw card at worst. So.
Maybe Temple Bell is like one of those random cards that's worth it because like we just like could tap it to draw a card on our turn just to guarantee a. Oh, do we have Deep Anal?
Yes, I put that.
All right.
This is each player though.
Oh, never mind. Right. I don't like that.
There is the hold on, no, there's the one that is if you control 3 of the same name of a land, you could do it. What is it called?
Oh, something Atlas.
Yeah, something Atlas.
Is it Endless Atlas?
Yes. Yeah. That's good. Definitely Mystic Sanctuary.
Ooh,
do we play the stupid blighted thing?
Well, Treasure Cruise may also seem good. Oh, do we have
Do we play this stupid thing?
Sure. This might be a random deck where Preordain or Ponder might actually kind of be okay because if it's on our turn, like a sorcery, it's our second card we drew for the turn. And it just helps us dig a little bit.
Oh, there's Pondering Mage also. Forgot about that. Writer Replication would be kind of funny. Because can't you make a copy of, like, the illusions, right?
Yeah, technically.
I think it's not terrible.
Do you remember on Scourge of Fleets? Bounces everything that our opponents control.
That's a U card. I mean, that's a U card.
And I don't like that one.
I think Into the Royal.
Arcanist is actually another really cool way to draw some cards. We also run Opt only draws one card, so it's not as good on our turn. But maybe like Rapid Hybridization or Pongify, because I think we're pretty good at blocking in this deck.
What about like
Oh, what was that other new one? The
Resculpt?
Yeah, Resculpt. Oh, I kind of like that one. Illusionary Ambush. Actually, no, he's like 5 mana. Never mind. I don't like him.
What about Metallurgic Summonings?
I like that too, yeah. Because I like getting a lot of our spells back.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I'm thinking.
What's that 3 mana tutor card that we used to run? That puts the cards. Yeah, long-term plan.
Yeah, it's the only one that tutors creatures. I don't think that there's a transmute 4 mana card in blue.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, Drift of Phantasm gets both of your, like, you know.
But we need a 5-drop for Moloku. Wait, Moloku's a wizard, right?
Oh yeah, wizard cycling, right?
Yeah, what's that new one we just got?
Is it a wizard? Yeah, it is. So yeah, there's the new one, which is a bounce spell, and then there's also the old one. What's the old one called?
Oh, it's a creature. I have to go look it up in my list. Unless you find it real quick.
Yeah, it's
That
Aether
thing.
Mage.
Yeah, Aether Mage. Step Through is the other one.
Step Through is actually really good. I actually saw some people running it in CDH. Because a 2-mana wizard cycle to find Thassa's Oracle.
Seems good, yeah.
It's like in decks that can't tutor it well, like that aren't playing black, you know.
I mean, it is a sorcery, but like, eh.
It's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 2-mana wizard cycle, as this one's a 3. So bird cycling, very important.
Yo, cycling on our turn isn't terrible because
I'll play the cycling lands just cause remote pile.
But the thing is, if we have any of the double draw abilities, cycling on our opponent's turns ends up being really good for us.
Remote Isle and what else? Sandbar?
Lonely Sandbar. We get the War Room's that land that lets us draw a card.
Yes.
I don't like the ones that let everybody draw a card. Riptide Laboratory maybe just is good enough to protect our commander.
Do you want to Nykthos
or? It's thrown there for now because maybe I'll eventually get it.
You could also play the Lotus too, which is way cheaper. Because you have some really high costed things. I'd probably play them both, to be completely honest. Yeah, it's only $3 now. Such a good card for $3.
I know. I think just people like, oh, it enters tap. It's not worth our time.
Yeah, no. And then I untap and Vilas, and I'm like, you guys just died.
Yeah, I'm gonna make 10 trillion mana.
I think this one's really good.
Yeah, I like this too. Yeah, that's draw 2 cards.
Yeah, it makes illusions too.
Mm-hmm.
Blue dog illusions.
Exchange your hand and library. I guess that part we don't care so much about.
Yeah, no. It's the draw 2, and then it makes boys equal to the cards in hand.
But if we
Twice
do it,
the number of cards in hand.
Yeah, but if we do get the that ultimate though, like that does
Dark,
put.
If you have 10 cards in hand, they're 20/20s.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Which you should have 10 cards in hand, probably. You could play like Mystic Reflection or something. I don't know if it's worth it. Do you have enough wizards to play that bounce land? Do you think it's worth it?
Oh, the Riptide Laboratory?
You think so?
I guess.
Do you want to play like Archaeomancer or anything?
I guess we potentially
Look at
could.
how fucking cheap that is now.
Yeah. But I have OG foil though, which I don't know where that price is. Maybe we could play this one other one, the Onorio Phage. It's a 4-mana 1/2, but whenever you draw a card, it's ONEIR.
I see. Oh yeah, this thing. Yeah.
It's just because.
Would you rather want to run Chasm Skulker?
Well, the thing is because this is an illusion.
Oh, okay, I feel you. Okay.
So he gets the trigger off if he dies. I mean, if you want to be really degenerate, you just run Consecrated Sphinx. And that guarantees some triggers.
Do that.
Now, if I wanted to make this a more real deck, we run Consecrated Sphinx. And now no one has a good time.
Oh! Oh! Hoo! Ha! Hoo! Ha!
Well, can you do that one more time for me, Tom?
Ha! Hoo! Ha! Hoo! Ha!
Thank you.
It's so much. Is this going in?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Buddy. Those dogs. It's all just to make the dogs big.
Well, America's Consecrated Sphinx is draw 2, so it means that off our turn it triggers our commander every time.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with Rhystic Study. I wonder why they're so good. Ha, hoo, ha, hoo. Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
Dude, this deck's actually pretty fucking expensive because I forgot this is so fucking.
Well, I do have an extra one, so
yeah, thank God.
I don't have to worry about altar.
This card's being played right now too in in a couple formats.
Mordenkainen?
It's pretty okay, yeah. I like this.
I also have an extra Ristic Study chilling in Nezahal.
Anything else? Like, do you want to play any more Bounce or like a Trick Bind or any like? You already have Sublime Epiphany and Disallow, but do you want to play any other like weird interaction? Psychoclick, these balls rift.
I think I have an extra one in Nezahal that the deck's coming apart for.
I actually own an amount of Cyclonic Rifts and Ristic Studies that I will never tell a human being. I'm proud of it. Look at that. Now it's 500. Just because we added like 3 cards. Jesus.
What was that one thing I was going to look up? I want to see what Riptide Laboratory was for the original.
Oh, yeah, for the original, yeah.
Because I have an Onslaught version. I also realized it got printed in the list. It got printed in the list and in Jumpstart.
Yeah. That's what killed the price. Level 64. Look at you.
Oh wow! The foil is still like $100 for the Onslaught.
Oh yeah, one. Of course it's going to be. It's a foil.
OG foil, yeah. You know, I might actually swap it out for like not the shiny one because I have the foil Onslaught one in my Azami deck. Maybe I should take that out and put in like just the generic 35-cent Riptide Laboratory.
Yeah.
So is there what's our total up top?
Well, we haven't added the lands or any ramp. So, Soul Ring, the Diamond, excuse me.
Sky Diamond, Arcane Signet. So the thing that I like about monocolor decks is that we can run stuff like Felwar Stone, because even if at worst it just ends up being just colorless and it's just 2 mana ramp.
I say Mind Stone.
I like Hedron Archive because it draws 2, or is that not good?
No, I like Mind Stone and then Felwar Stone. And then we play Academy Runes. Especially since our combo plays off that and we want to make sure we keep it. And then Hedron Archive. Maybe like Gilded Lotus, because we got some high drops. We want a lot of mana, so Gilded Lotus is good.
Back to basics. No, I'm kidding.
Stop it! There's only 10 sources of ramp. What else could we play?
There's also that. Actually, I don't like Midnight Clock in this. We can run Commander Sphere because we could also draw a card.
Yeah.
Prismatic Lens. Oh, Liquid Metal Torque is another 2 mana. Just a colorless, but Tartland.
There's the the snow one. That's just another diamond.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
Also, Wayfarer's Bauble, because you have the Royal Elemental and Academy Ruins is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, actually yeah.
And
Cold Steel Heart.
Cold Steel Heart. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. There aren't any changelings that you like in blue? I haven't looked.
Changelings.
There's the Amiiboy. This thing that makes colorless shapeshifters, 2/2s. No.
Sakashima. Kind of.
Yeah, not really a Orvar. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, no, don't think
Okay.
so.
So now we have to put.
Do we have
We
Glass Pool
have.
Mimic in? Yes.
Yeah, we have 1, 2,
And Slundy Vengeance? Yeah.
3. So we need 33.
There's some thunder.
Now we have 17 extra cards.
Yeah, so there was a lot. So like it was just a lot of ideas for this. So we could take out Scourge. I don't think we need him.
I'm also never a fan of Brainstorm without fetches or some way to abuse it.
I guess it's just a one-time abuse with our commander. It's not worth
Yeah,
it.
you just get that. You just get deck lock sometimes.
Maybe we don't, because we don't go super wide. The Biden of Thassa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I totally agree.
Oop, starting to come down outside. Probably by you too. Actually, I'm kind of iffy on Erd because I don't like any of the buffs just because I want Setsuko to be a way to like get there. I think they're gonna get huge on their own.
But I feel like this is like you could win, you know.
Yeah, well that's why like Coat of Arms is different because they already have Coat of Arms on them.
Plus, like giving them a higher like the 1 is kind of good so that they're not just dying to every single block. Like you could just feel free to attack until they want to kill Coat of Arms.
Yeah, and that's why I think like having just something that gives them just a +1 or +2 isn't as worth it. Yeah, maybe we don't care about that as much. Like I was like,
Yeah.
he's an illusion, but like I said, I didn't like the tribal illusion build because like you just kind of playing creatures and then hoping that they die with it. He's
So
like,
same with Pizza.
I guess he's also just 2 mana can get really big and he's flying. But yeah, maybe we don't.
She makes those though.
Yeah,
And we're gonna play the archetype, so.
true. Yeah, we have the archetype and Setsuko, so that's like our other ways to win is that.
Another cool little synergy. If you have Masswood Nexus and you make tokens, you can tap them to draw off a zombie.
Oh right, yeah, because they're
They're also wizards, yeah.
Oh, isn't because of that's creature controller. Oh, that makes a zombie every single illusion we could draw with if we need to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is why Masswood Nexus is so much crazier than all the other ones, because it's not just making them the creature type you want, it's making them everything. It's insanity.
Wait, go over that one more time. And it says the same is true for creatures that you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So that means creatures in your deck.
So if you played this in Jissengerolf, that means you can loop. It counts as a zombie.
That also means that if you wizard cycling, you could grab something that isn't a wizard because it doesn't care what creature types in your. So we could grab like Setsuko if we need to have like unblockable board.
Card is kind of ridiculous. I think we can cut the.
Yeah.
I like all the low-costed ones. I like the 2 things. I want to keep all the double draw spells. I like Toothy. I like Tetsuko because I think Tetsuko and Coat of Arms are 2 different ways to win.
Yeah.
And Archmage are like your 3 good ways to win. This might be too cute.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
I don't know how many lands you're going to be putting in yet, so it might end up being fucking busted. But it's how many times are you consistently killing the creatures and playing lands, honestly? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I guess it was just like if we have infinite combo, because it's infinite landfall triggers, we just steal everything.
Yeah, but does it matter at that point? Like, what's the payoff? Is it just mana?
It's just if we don't have another way to win, it just locks them out of what they have in play and steals everything. But maybe again, that's like maybe we shouldn't be worrying about that. So we could cut them, yeah. I still like Nezahal and like things that just let me free draw, because that can get kind of nuts.
He's a wizard.
Maybe we don't care about the attacking either with him. I know he's cute.
And it's also only tokens, so I think I'd rather run Biden.
Yeah, and if we cut Biden, this is a worse version. I think the rest is fine. Archmate.
Oh, he's also an illusion.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Toothy's an illusion. That's why I was like, Toothy's the one that could stay because he's just doesn't too much.
Hold on, I'm counting the wizards. Yeah, it's a lot of wizards.
And then our commander is 8.
I think we can cut one of the extras, maybe.
I do like
I
target.
put stroke pull.
I do like.
Oh, this one doesn't work, but
Wait, why not?
because this doesn't target the opponent.
Oh yeah, yeah, true.
So, I don't think Diviner's Portent does either. Yeah, but this one's also just a really good draw spell.
So wait, go over that real quick. So it's says roll d20 and add the number of cards in your hand. So say you have like 5 cards. Say you have like 10 cards in your hand. You roll d20, and you hit a 20. Does that mean you draw like 30 cards?
No, it's just saying that it's adding to the dice roll.
Oh, right. It strikes
Not
into
to the X. That would be ridiculous.
Right.
No, it's just making it so you're guaranteed to scry before you draw.
Gotcha.
So like if you put 10 into this, then you're gonna scry 10, draw 10. If you already have 10 cards in your hand, a 4 or higher makes it so that a 5 or higher makes it so that you're scrying and then drawing first.
Gotcha. Okay, I read that funky at first. I'm like, wait, is that okay?
It's a
okay.
Blue Sun Zenith with extra steps and potentially scries. But Blue Sun also targets opponents, so I have Stroke and Blue Sun.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why we want those, because that's our other ways to win. If we can't hit, I mean, realistically, we could just already hit ourselves. But if the Jace gets dealt with, it's the other way we can do it. How many more cuts do we need?
7.
7. Maybe we don't need all 3, so we have Pongify.
Wait, sorry, hold on. I want to play this.
Oh, yes. I like Landscape.
And just cut one of the islands. So say that again? Yeah, we definitely don't.
So we have Resculpt, Pongify, and I think with Into the Royal, I think Resculpt and Rapid High, maybe we don't need all 3.
I mean, it's good to have creature removal in a deck that doesn't do it. You know? And those are the only 3, you know? I mean, we have bounce spells, but I don't really consider that removal. Like, we have counter spells, but sometimes, you have to commit to a turn or something, and then, like...
I also... we have Reality Shift in there, too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Maybe we could jump Hieroglyphic. I think it's the worst one out of the draw 2 cards. Oh, you put Cryptic in there?
Yeah, because, draws a card.
The thing is, we're trying to get at least 2 cards off our turn, which is the tricky part.
I put Sublime Epiphany also, but it's just because you made the argument that it's a spell that does something on top of drawing, you know?
Yeah, the thing is, I'm trying to get to like 2 draws a turn. That's why Archmage's Charm.
If we hit one of these,
we have 3 of them.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Or the Archmage Emeritus.
Yeah. True.
Like I know they're just good counter spells to have. Like we could definitely cut like one of them if you want. But I think that they're all just good.
No, they really are. I like all these. I do love me a Cryptic Command. Not gonna lie.
I like Bold. We're only running 15 creatures, so I guess this will be live half the time.
Besides returning half of the creatures that are in the deck to our hands. Actually, I guess they don't have that many ETB effects. But I think it's just like, hey, that's another way to win where like we get to come in for the big free hit.
Still 5.
Man, those full art Cryptic Commands that I have are $60.
Shit. It's getting modern play, that's why. We have 19 artifacts.
is maybe Gilded Lotus is too much. We did take down some of our bigger drops.
Yeah.
It's basically Thought Reflection and Archetype or an Arcanist are like our big drops.
And Nezahal.
Oh right, Nezahal. Nezahal's a big.
And the Shark Typhoon.
Yeah, but, yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. So,
Is it better to run Whir than this card?
Depends, because it's a wizard for wizard draw.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
It's resettable body as compared to one-time spell, because we don't really have like spell return, but then it's also somewhat spell matters deck too, so like both. Maybe is Awakening the worst one next?
Do you think it's worse than
No, I think Atlas is worse because it's mana to play. At least the other one just happens. What about Phantasmal Image?
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing as why we're not running the other ones. Like, sure, we get a one-time copy of something, and maybe it dies, and we get a thing in
I
it.
think this is different because it's
yeah.
copying the computer.
And the thing is, when it comes into play, it's not an illusion anymore.
Glass Pool mimics a land, so we don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. Maybe we are in the instant sorcery cut. Maybe we take out the 1-drops. I know it, but the thing is, those give us a guaranteed creature on our turn, and they're sorceries, so like they make the illusion, so I think they're worth their value. Because we draw for turn, play Ponder.
At worst, they're cantripping, and like God forbid we have any of the draw doublers or Archmage Emeritus.
Maybe Nyx Lotus, because like our enchantments and creature aren't as thick as we thought as before. Because our devotion's based on our enchantments and creatures, and like we don't have as many.
Nykthos is fine because it's a land.
Yeah, it just takes land spot.
So one more card.
I still like Awakening, because even at worst, even if we are not ascended, it's still giving us our token and our upkeep. Even if they get to draw off of it. Arcane Denial, Blue Sun, healers or counter spells like that. Let's drop Treasure Cruise.
Okay.
And we'll just play it like that. Alright, let's see what happens. Play Commander, make illusions. Look, we have combo in hand, we win.